Hello, how are you? Hope you're good. A couple of days ago, well, I don't know when I'm uploading this, but a couple of days ago, as of now, I asked you guys what type of videos you would like to see more, and a lot of you set tags. So I'm filming 2 today. I was looking online to see which one I want to do, and one of them seemed very appropriate because I am cleaning like very methodically around my flat, like categories, but like spring cleaning it, you know, like properly cleaning. And there apparently is a tag called spring cleaning book tag. I will link the original video down below in the description bar. But yeah, why not? I mean, it fits. So yeah, let's get into the questions. Number 1 is, sorry, I wrote it down. The struggle of getting started. What book was hard for you to start because you were intimidating by the size of it? Funnily enough, I really kept avoiding the book that is now my all-time favorite because how I was a little bit intimidated by the size of it, and that is The Name of the Wind. And because this one is like 660 or something like that, and the next one in the series is like 900 pages, so I mean, it's okay for me to be intimidated by it, but I just loved it so much. Definitely recommend this to anyone. But I definitely did put it down a few times because I was like, oh, so long. This was also during the period that I had my biggest slump, so I just kept putting it down and down and down until I got into it, and then it got me out of a like 5-year-old slump. So this is a book that is very dear to my heart to this day. Number 2 is cleaning out the closet. What book or book series you want to unhaul from your bookshelves? I actually don't have an answer for this one, just because if I feel like someone else would like the book better, and if I don't feel like I will ever want to read it, or that I just like not in the near like 2 years or something, and if I will at that point, I'll just get it from somewhere else. I usually just simply take that book without too much hesitation and donate it to charity that brings the books to the homeless, because I think it's a really good cause, and I don't feel, you know, let's not be wasteful. I really like my bookshelves to have a little bit of space. I don't like them too cramped, so I do my best to be very selective of the books that I do get, and if I get something and after a while I'm not like 80% sure that I will get to it, I usually just try and be decisive and get rid of it. What I'm getting at is that at the moment, I don't think I have any of those on my shelves. Number 3 is opening windows and letting fresh air in. I wish we can't open our windows properly because of the cats. What was the book that was refreshing? And actually I have a weird answer to this one, well, unusual, because I've been struggling to read this comic for months, like 4 months maybe, like a long time. I just sort of stopped in the middle, but recently I sat down and finished the second half of it. I'm talking about Nimona. This is about a shape-shifting girl and 2 hero villains, and the end was something that I completely did not expect. It was just such a bittersweet ending. I loved it a lot, and it was very different from the normal endings. I found it really refreshing because it wasn't, well, I don't want to say because spoilers, but it was just not something that I expected, and I was very pleasantly surprised. So warm. Number 4 is washing out sheet stains. Ugh. A book you wish you could rewrite a certain scene in. Now, I found this type because Reagan from Peruse Project did this as well, and I really liked her answer. So she didn't even pick anything because she said, you know, it's not really for us to decide. We're not authors of the book, and if they wrote it the way they wrote it, it must be a reason, and it's just my, you know, it's our personal opinions, and we can't really, I get why it's like a bit like a crappy thing to say, oh, we totally rewrite this. But that being said, I am gonna give an answer, but I agree that, you know, it's not up to us. But According Wings and Ruin, not surprising most likely, but there is a scene at the almost very end that I would very much like to rewrite because it pissed me off. Some people might have really loved that, and it's fine. Just in my personal opinion, if I would want to rewrite that for my own like personal gain, I would. Number 5 is throwing out unnecessary knickknacks. A book in a series that you didn't feel was necessary. Now, for this one, I really struggled because I don't actually finish that many series, which is sad. My answer is a little bit like, I don't think that there is a specific book out of the series that I would take out and completely just remove it. But I do believe that a lot of scenes out of these series could like be put together in one book and just gotten rid of, and a lot of things rewritten maybe as well, because this was the series that I enjoyed reading it, but at the very end I was very left disappointed. Maybe I could rewrite that one as well. But yeah, I felt like there was a lot of weird back and forth with like unnecessary stuff. So I'm talking about The Raven Cycle, and I know a lot of people love this series, and I enjoyed it as well. As I said, I didn't hate it. I was just very, very disappointed at the end of it. But the book that if I had to pick one book out of the series to get rid of, I think I would get rid of The Dream Thieves. There are bits and pieces that I really enjoyed from this book, but like, I don't know. Number 6 is Polish the Doorknob, a book that had a very clean finish to it. Now this is just the first book in the series, but I really, really enjoyed how it was finished off. It was just enough to leave you, you know, satisfied with the whole conclusion, but also wanting more, but not to the extent that you're like dying because it was not finished in, you know, what you were talking about. It's just like, I am very okay that there is a continuation. I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm still satisfied with the way that we finished this particular one. So I am talking about Strange the Dreamer. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole entirety of this book. This is one of my favorites. I am really excited for the Nightmares of Muse of Nightmares? Yeah, Muse of Nightmares. But I was also very happy how this ended. I know not everyone was happy with how this ended, but I felt like it left it so open but wrapped up at the same time. I just love this one so much. Number 7 is Reaching to Dust the Fan, a book that tried too hard to relay a certain message. A super unpopular opinion coming up. Everyone brace themselves. Monster Calls. This is a book that I'm also going to donate. It's already in my donation bag. Honestly, like, I get it, but from like page 1 it was so clear what they're going for, and then they just kept going and going and going. And like, don't get me wrong, I understand why it's extremely sensitive and touching. It just didn't work for me, like, at all. And I felt it was like so try hard, and it's behind me now. It's fine. And then the last question is the tiring yet satisfying finish to Spring Cleaning, a book series that was trying yet satisfying to get through. I didn't actually have a series, again, as I said, because I haven't finished that many. Let's move on from that fact. And I wouldn't say that it was extremely satisfying, but it really fits the prompt of like, it was tiring to read, but you still enjoyed it at the end of it. So for me, that is Nevernight. It was very, very tiring for me to read because of the writing style. I kept putting this book down, not because I wasn't enjoying it. Clearly I wasn't like loving it, but I was enjoying it. It was very hard work going through this, but I did enjoy it at the end, I think. I still don't have clear opinion on this, like, towards my feeling. Did I enjoy it? Was it painful? I don't know, guys, it's difficult. But yeah, that is everything for this tag. Do you guys enjoy tags? Would you like me to do a little bit more? It's been a little while since I've done a tag, but that's because at some point I realized that I'm just repeating the same answers. Which is what happens when you know, because it just happens like that. I just keep talking about the same books. But I haven't done one in a while, and I read a few new books, you know, in the meantime, so maybe I'll do a bit more. If you have any specific tag that you have in mind and you would like to see me answer the questions and prompts of that one, leave the comment down below suggesting that, and I will look into it, I promise. Let me know in the comments the answer to the 6th question for you, as that's a book that had a clean finish, because I really enjoy satisfying endings. I think it really is an important part for me in my enjoyment of a book. So let me know what books you thought had a really strong end to it. Yeah, no, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!